We have a major update on the Knicks and their potential trade targets headed into next season. According to NBA Insider with Bleacher Report, Greg Schwartz, he links the Knicks to Walker Kessler and Jonas Valanciunas as two potential trade targets to watch out for come the trade deadline. We're going to take a look at all of these reports and so much more today. But before we get started, guys, I want to give a special thanks to today's sponsor, MANSCAPED. Listen, fellas, good grooming is important because when you look good, you feel good. But as a content creator, my time is limited. And because of that, I don't want to make a mistake. So oftentimes, when it comes to grooming the boys, it takes me a long time. Until now. Meet your new best friend and your ball's new best friend, the Lawnmower 5.0. As many fans of the show already know, basketball is all about trusting the pass because when you trust the pass, the game gets easier. Everything gets easier. The same thing is true for the Lawnmower 5.0. Say goodbye to endless passes. This trimmer gets it right the first time, cutting through the bushiest of bushes effortlessly while being gentle on the skin and your delicate places. The Lawnmower 5.0 is incredible, easy to use, reduce nicks, and saved me so much time. With two interchangeable skin-safe blade heads, you can choose between a precise trim or a smooth finish. And did I mention it's waterproof? Yes, you can trim in the shower and avoid making a mess everywhere. Perfect for those of us who appreciate efficiency. The Lawnmower 5.0 ensures you're looking your best below the waist and gives you a premium grooming experience. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code TheKnicksRecap at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code TheKnicksRecap at manscaped.com. You can find the affiliate link in the video description below as well too. No more juggling multiple tools or dealing with subpar results. Just efficiency and results and utilizing your time in the best way possible. The Lawnmower 5.0 gets it right every single time. And now, let's get started. NBA Insider links the Knicks to Walker Kessler and Jonas Valanciunas as potential targets to watch out for come the trade deadline. Now, we already covered Greg Schwartz and him linking the Knicks to Karl Anthony Towns. And I don't have to tell you, that trade would be disastrous for the Knicks for so many different reasons. Even more than that, it's no longer a realistic trade because the roster we have right now does not need Karl Anthony Towns. Thankfully, though, Bleacher Report's Greg Schwartz went into this a little bit further and linked some other players to the Knicks, including Walker Kessler and Jonas Valanciunas. Let's take a look at exactly what Schwartz has to say about those two trade targets for New York. Go into the more realistic parts of this article by Greg Schwartz and the other targets he mentioned, Walker Kessler and Jonas Valanciunas. According to Greg Schwartz of Bleacher Report, he states the following about Kessler and why the Knicks should target him. Kessler is a completely different player than Towns and will never come close to reaching his offensive talent level. Although he's also making $46.3 million less than the four-time All-Star and is a better defender. The 7-footer is an elite rim protector who averaged 8.1 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks in 22.3 minutes while making 65.4% of his shots. Basically stating that Walker Kessler is a perfect fit for this Knicks roster right now. And I can't disagree because he is. If you look at the skill set, his defense, his youth, his contract, the fact that he can get better and develop into an even better defensive player under head coach Tom Thibodeau. All of those factors are reasons why the Knicks must go after him. But Danny Ainge, he's going to be the biggest problem with all of that. He remains the biggest problem. He's the reason that the Knicks and the Utah Jazz and their trade conversations have stalled out. And they're likely going to remain stalled until the trade deadline. As mentioned from Greg Schwartz, and I've said it a number of times on this show as well too, his defense, his youth, and his ability to still develop is why he's a perfect fit for this team. We are a championship contending team right now. You add a player like Kessler to this team, he is learning under the best circumstances, under the best environment. He's going to grow into a championship level starting center for this Knicks team. Starting off, he'll be the backup to Mitchell Robinson. Eventually, he'll start. And if we still have Robinson at that time, Robinson will be the one coming off the bench. Just like how it was supposed to be this season with Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson, because that would have happened if iHeart stayed with the Knicks. The only reason it didn't is because iHeart took more money and joined OKC. We all knew that was the case, though. That was the reports consistently before iHeart joined OKC. But there's certainly no denying it any longer. The Knicks have interest in Kessler. They've had interest in him since the summer. And come the trade deadline, they will look to try to trade for him again. So we had to mention that. The other player on that list, as mentioned, I've mentioned him a number of times as well, too. In my opinion, in terms of cost, he is the perfect cost at the trade deadline for the Knicks to go after him. And I'm talking about Jonas Valanciunas from the Washington Wizards. And according to Greg Schwartz, he does agree with that as well, too. Valanciunas signed a 3-year contract with the Wizards, although his actual time in the nation's capital could be closer to 3 months. The veteran center got his money and will almost certainly be moved to a contender before the February 6th trade deadline. The Knicks could use his rebounding, screening, and toughness either as a starter or backup to Robinson. I agree. And if the trade package is going to be Precious Achiuwa, whatever player the Knicks go out and utilize that MLE on and sign to this team, that MLE player will also be utilized in that trade. And then they're going to give the Wizards what they want. That protected Washington pick that we have, that means nothing to us, means nothing to no other team, but means everything to the Washington Wizards. We'll give them back their flexibility and allow them to trade multiple picks to upgrade their team in the years to come. And that's why, out of all contenders listed, the Knicks will have the best trade package to offer Washington to get Jonas on this team. Remember, I've said it for months now, and I'm continuing to say it. If push comes to shove and they cannot get their preferred target come the trade deadline, and in my opinion, that target is Walker Kessler. They can't get him, then they're going to settle on Jonas Valanciunas because the cost is just too perfect and it makes the most sense. If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans, and until next time, peace.